following podcast is set for at least 1 hour. Introducing your hosts, from Fort Worth, Texas, at a total combined weight of 430 pounds, Kevin and Chris Newell. The Cross Promo Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Kevin.
And I'm Chris.
And we are the Cross Promo Pro Wrestling Podcast. Welcome, everybody, one and all, to a Tuesday post NXT. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, I almost forgot here. We're also going to put our names over here. Haha. All right. We got Toby coming in. Hello, good evening. Brandon B is here. Finally, the Cross Promo has come back to YouTube. I love that. I love that call back there. All right, just adjusting some chat windows here so we can see everybody and talk with everybody. We got a lot in store for y'all tonight.
Hey, Toby.
While Chris is greeting everybody, I'm going to go ahead and make sure we got everything adjusted there. There we go. Great, grand, excellent. All right, so we got our YouTube chat. We got Brandon B on our YouTube chat. Right now on TikTok, we've got Michael, N.A., Maddie, Rebecca, Laura, Hockey Book, nice name, and Derek coming in. Paula is here, one of our longtime followers, Paula. She is here. And liking the live, thank you very much. And then, of course, on Twitch, we've got Toby over here. Ton of AAA stars tonight on NXT. We're going to get to that. I was right about Mike Santana versus Trick Williams. Yes, you were, Brandon B. You called it. Hey, Paula, how's it going? Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the gifts. Everybody on TikTok, don't be afraid. Share the live. Also, give us gifts if you'd like. And also be a part of the chat. We like interaction with you guys as much as possible. And then let your friends know we're live. Tell them to join us right now. If you are on YouTube, make sure to also like, subscribe, and hit that notification. On all of our streaming platforms, be sure to just follow us, subscribe.
I noticed we're blurry on TikTok.
We're okay. I could probably fix, well, I don't know how I could fix that on the camera, but give me a second here. Come on, settings.
I think it's the autofocus again. Because every time it messes up like that.
Contrast sharpness.
Yeah.
No. White balance. I don't see it.
Hey, Paula.
How's it going, Paula?
Oh, heart me. You said heart me.
Yeah, you've been paying attention, son? Are you all right? Thank you for sharing the live, Paula. We're just trying to fix the, Oh, there we go. It fixed.
Marshall's here.
We got Marshall here. Marshall is back. Amino. That's a reference to Ray Phoenix, if you didn't know. All right. So, and then Robert Brown coming in from Lafayette, Indiana. What's going on? All right. So real quick, yes, we have got some NXT we have got to go over. We got a lot to go over with that, but then also we got a lot going on in the news. And the moment has finally arrived. We have finally watched the Karrion Kross documentary that was on YouTube. If you haven't seen it yet, please do. Please watch it. But don't watch it just right this second. Go after we've talked about it. We're going to be reviewing that and talking about that.
Is it a spoiler-free review?
It's a documentary. There's really no surprises or twists or anything like that.
We don't want to spoil the plot twist.
I got a water bottle on standby. Do you really want to tempt fate?
Nah,
Okay.
Pass on that.
Oh, you didn't know? Yep. Robert Brown. All right. So, going to go over everything that happened with NXT. Give me a second to get that queued up for Chris here. All right. And to go over whatever is all that has happened on NXT.
We got another comment about Americano.
Grande
You wanna read this one?
Americano is actually Karrion Kross. God, I hope not. All right.
That would be interesting.
That would be interesting, but God, I hope not. All right. And take it away, Chris.
I mean, we have never seen both of them at the same time.
That is very true. Go over the recap, Chris. Go Will Smith on. See, people are encouraging me to Will Smith you right now.
All right, so as they mentioned on Battleground, at least I think it was at Battleground they announced it, Ethan Page versus Ricky Saints for the North American title. At some point, Ava came out saying that they need a clear winner. Match ended with Ego pinning Saints.
Okay.
So he now has the title.
Okay.
Title changed hands.
That was I was surprised at that they would change hands like that.
More on that later because he ended up trying to celebrate same night too.
Toby says he's surprised too. Paula's laughing. Oh, she's laughing because of the water bottle thing.
Yeah. Let's see. Then you had Fatal Influence talking about something. Their upcoming match. Still infighting going on there. They could end up breaking up soon.
Okay.
We'll have to see that. Then you had Mike Santana versus Tavion Heights. Also.
His NXT debut, in-ring debut as well.
Yeah. You had No Quarter Catch ringside. And the match ended with Santana pinning Tavion Heights.
Okay. Not bad for the first match there. Okay.
Then after that, you had a promo with the tag team from Chase U. I keep forgetting their names. Talking to Ava about a match because you had Andre Chase telling them they need to take risks or something, even though I think that's not what he was trying to say.
Well, I mean, last week was a big risk.
Yeah. Well, guess how big of a risk they're doing this time.
Let me guess. Tornado tag match, no disqualification against the tag champs?
The three of them versus Dark State.
Oh, good God.
Next week.
And they agreed to that, or they mentioned they want to take on Dark State?
No, they agreed to the match, but it was their opponents were a surprise.
So they were picked by Ava.
Pretty much. They were like, we want a match, and she's like, oh yeah, that's good. I got one for you. And then
I think Ava's got something against Chase U. Yeah. All right. Dark State is the next Shield. Yeah. Jeff is here. Jules is here. Welcome into the TikTok chat. Go ahead, Chris.
Then you had Trick come out. He called himself Hollywood Trick.
Before Hollywood Live.
Yeah.
That's
it's Hollywood
backwards.
Trick, brother. I had to make that joke at least once.
Looking at the YouTube chat, JC. Okay, I don't want to spoil that in the chat yet on the audio. But go ahead. Because we got a lot to get to. Got a lot to cover.
See, so he basically said he's the line between TNA and NXT because you have people asking, like, what's the difference there? Like, where's the separation?
Okay.
He said that now that he's the world title holder, he's changing it from TNA to Trick NA.
Oh, good God. Really?
Apparently. And that was my thought, like, why? But then you had Santana come out, challenge for the title.
Okay.
Because, basically challenge. There was some other stuff in between there where he said he didn't want Trick to be tearing down TNA. He called him a pretender, pretend champion, pretend wrestler, pretend rapper.
Okay. Oh, wow. Dang. Mike wasn't pulling any punches there then.
Nope.
Go Mike. Oh, Paula, thank you for the love yous and for the roses. Let's see. We got Bryson. Bryson says on TikTok, do you guys remember me? You're going to have to refresh us. It's been a while since we've been on TikTok, Bryson. I'm sorry. Marshall says say his name and he will appear.
Oh, he also dissed Joe Hendry, so I thought Joe Hendry was going to appear.
Well, I was about to say Beetlejuice, but
No, you guys.
then again, you got to say his name 3 times. Maybe it's with Joe Hendry.
His name was Beetlejuice, right? You say Beetlejuice 3 times.
Yeah, and then he says his name. Yeah. What if we did that with Joe Hendry? You know, Joe Hendry, Joe Hendry, Joe Hendry.
Thing is, you got
Probably not going to work.
Thing is, you got to be careful about Beetlejuice.
So always be on your live streams after SmackDown. Okay, Bryson. Paula says with that trick. Randall, welcome to the TikTok chat.
Welcome back.
Trick is going to be a paper champ, says Brandon B. I could not agree more.
I think he's going to lose the title to Mike.
Big Boy has joined the chat. Welcome, Big Boy. Toby on Twitch says Joe is taking time off to heal from that shoulder issue. Okay, from what he's hearing.
That would
Do
explain
you
why
hear
he
the stuff about Annabelle?
Yep.
That's we heard, and that's a different subject for a different podcast. We wish we can do. Crafton Ranch has joined the chat. Welcome. All right, keep going. Is it a match? Because I'm about to take a drink of water from my big bottle.
No.
Okay.
Oh, no. So that ended up leading to Ava coming out saying that the title. No, not Ava. Director of Authority.
Oh, good God. Robert Stone?
No, the other guy. I forget his name.
Santino?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, that's good. Go for it.
He said that the title defense will be next week, and after that, a fight ended up breaking out.
Okay.
Then backstage, you had.
It was Santino, confirmed by Toby, and Marshall saying, the devil is in the doll, but it's not MJF.
What if it's both?
No.
Next time we see Annabelle, she's going to be doing wrestling moves.
We've never seen it. Never mind.
She's going to make an appearance on NXT.
I've got news for a new faction
20 TikToks from Paula.
Oh, 20. Oh, thank you for keeping track of that, Chris. Thank you, Paula. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you very much.
We're going to need to have it make a sound or something.
Yeah, well, if we can get a soundboard, yeah, a decent one, yeah.
No, I mean, it should, we'll look at it after. That way.
That's on TikTok. I mean, on Twitch.
No, it's TikTok.
TikTok gives a sound?
I think there was an option for it to, alert us or something. Like the timer thing.
Okay.
Inactivity detected.
Oh, God. I hate that.
Yeah.
All right.
I think the viewers do, too.
Ty Q Walters has joined the TikTok chat. Thanks. Thanks for the follow on TikTok, by the way. Oh, yeah, no problem, Toby. No problem at all. Natalie Love Bunny has joined the TikTok chat. Marshall says Laredo Kid is going to be lit. Oh God, yeah.
Him versus and more on that later.
Yeah, more on that in a sec. Yeah, go ahead.
Then you had your next match, which was also Lola Vice is going to be teaming with Stephanie Fakir.
Okay.
But after that, you had the next match, which was Jada Parker versus Tatum Paxley, where at some point during that match, towards the end, you had Jada throw the doll into the ring to distract Tatum before taking advantage to get the pin.
Okay.
And then it looked like a fight broke out or something like that, and then Thea Hale stepped in to stop it.
Yeah, because Jada attacked
Tatum.
Thea last week.
Yeah, could have been that too. Yeah. But then you had Jasper Troy making his NXT debut. He was from LFG or something like that. And he debuted against Dante Chen.
Okay.
I think his name was. Did you get a picture?
I just got it up. Paula just reached member level 21. Thank you, Paula. Toby saying Mike Santana may beat Trick next week. That'd be nice. Then saying Jasper Troy won. Yep. The TV. Yep, he sure did, Toby. Marshall says, I got a crazy theory about the Solo turning on Jacob Fatu. Go for it.
Tell us.
Know Your Wrestling is here.
Yeah.
Yes,
Welcome.
We are shocked. We're about to get to that, KYW. Brandon B on YouTube says he's got some news of a new faction for WWE.
Cool.
We're all ears. You have our attention, sir.
We're gonna have to do like an interview or something with him at some point.
Oh yeah, we will. Oh, guaranteed. NXT. And we got Christian coming back saying NXT is good tonight. Was good tonight. Okay.
Was not expecting the amount of title changes we saw tonight at all.
No.
I
was definitely not. You were talking about Jasper Troy's in-ring debut on NXT.
Yep. Won by pinfall, and then afterwards you had Obafemi on like the stage thing that's like behind
like
the ring.
it like overlooks the entire arena.
Yeah, that thing. And he talked about how he's being more respectful than Troy was when he appeared on NXT, and that his 5 seconds of fame is over.
Oh wow!
So maybe here soon
Don't
we're going to
mess
see a
with the
match
ruler.
between those two. Maybe a rivalry between those two, something.
And that may be too soon.
Yeah.
Robert Brown on YouTube saying, "Fun fact: Vince McMahon's trying to buy WWE back. Good luck, Vince." Yeah. Paul is saying, "I didn't see it, but how was Jasper Troy?" Chris, I missed that match on Jasper Troy. How was he in your opinion?
I think he did good.
Okay. All right. Definitely came out with the win. Bought a WWE belt today on the shop. All right, Christian. All right. Marshall Ferris on the YouTube. You saw him on. Paula says she saw him on LFG. Got a lot of things going on the chat. That's good. I like an active chat here. Obafemi coming out to talk to Jasper was a good nod towards Jasper. Yeah.
Paul sends another GIF.
Is that a cake of some sort?
Level Up Sparks.
Level Up Sparks. Okay. Sorry what happened yesterday while my cousin was on the phone. No,
it's all right.
It's all right, Christian. So Marshall Ferris saying, so here's what I'm thinking. Solo might turn on Jacob Fatu when he does. I'm thinking he's going to bring either Hikuleo or Lance Anoy. Yes, I switched from TikTok to YouTube. Okay, we saw. That's a pretty good theory. That's a pretty good theory. Nightwalker has joined the TikTok chat. Welcome. Brandon B saying it's going to be a new Shield 2.0 with Roman, CM Punk, and Cody Rhodes to take on Seth Rollins. That
I could see that happening.
I could be interested in.
If Roman and Punk can get over their beef.
I was just about to say that. Thank you for reading my mind. All right. Let's see. What else has happened? Chris.
I was like, something happened in the chat? No. Then you had No Quarter Catch Crew backstage where you had Charlie trying to tell them they need to refocus as a group because it's like, you guys lost your attempts to push into the singles division. We should go back to being a team. And then Miles was saying he doesn't want to go backwards, that he's still going to be trying. And then I think next...
He's still wanting to try for a singles push.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then...
Okay, I see that.
Then he said that if he beats Charlie, he can leave NQCC from the sound of it.
Alrighty.
Then you had Ethan Page attempting his celebration, saying that he's not going to wait to celebrate. He's going to do it now, before being interrupted by Javon Evans, who mentioned the jaw injury and how he still owes him for that.
That is true.
He also called Ethan a undeserving champion.
Which is also true.
Yeah. But I think that's why he won. That way those two can go at a rivalry and
I think so.
Go against each other. Maybe Javon will he'll win the title.
He needs one. He needs a singles title because he's been doing pretty good, I think, in NXT.
Then, especially after the whole jaw thing.
Brandon B adding on, and Jacob will be a part of it when Solo gets Hikeo on his team. I see. Okay. Oh, I can see that actually happening, yeah.
Now I really want to see that.
Hikuleo? I think it's Hikuleo, as I'm pronouncing. Marshall on YouTube saying Dark State is definitely going to become the new version of the Shield. Let's hope they don't mess up like they did with Retribution. Oh my God, don't get me started on Retribution. when Mustafa Ali was with WWE, he started a faction. It was like the anti-establishment, anarchy kind of computer hacker group Retribution. At one point, The Fiend took out all of them in one go.
Oof.
It was a failed gimmick, I thought, and it wasn't really thought through, to be honest.
Did any of them have short arms?
No, none of them had short arms. It's okay. I get the joke, though. All right.
I understood that reference.
Yeah, I do. I certainly did.
And then Javon also said that he's going to be facing him at World Collide next Saturday, alongside and then guess who else is going to be in that match? Laredo Kid.
Okay. Laredo Kid, as stated earlier.
And Rey Fenix.
Yeah.
It's a fatal 4-way.
Okay.
For the title.
This will be interesting.
He's okay with this multi-man match. It was.
Laredo Kid showing up as Wild, yeah. That's what Toby is saying on Twitch. Marshall Ferris.
It was the dark days of WWE.
Skittle Coach is in on the Twitch saying also Mortal Kombat 2 will be released this October. Will you watch it? I might. Marshall saying it was the dark days of WWE. Don't get me started on that crap. I won't. So Jeff Cobb is not really Samoan, is he?
I don't know. Jacob said he wasn't family, so.
They're, I guess, distant cousins, maybe. But, I mean, his last name is Fatu. His dad was,
I thought his name was Cobb.
I was talking about Jacob Fatu.
Oh.
Jacob Fatu's dad, I think, was Umaga. I would think, yeah. Yeah, it was Umaga.
See.
You're going to go take a shot? Okay, Christian. Yeah, Marshall saying, I think he's Hawaiian. Okay. Why I feel like Ethan Page going to win that Fatal 4-Way? I hope not. He's not related. He is, but not related, Jeff Cobb. Okay.
Yeah.
Hope my cousin doesn't get back on the phone. Okay.
I feel like, yeah, if any of them are going to over your cheat to win, it'll probably be him.
Well, it's always going to be Ethan.
Yeah. Then you had the main event, which was Stephanie Vakir and JC Jane for the women's NXT title. With at some point you had the women from AAA come out messing with Stephanie Vakir. And then later on towards the end of the match,
Lola Vice came in and took him back out.
Yeah. And then later on, the match ended with JC Jane pinning Stephanie Vakir.
That surprised me very much. We had 2 title changes in one night. See here, Marshall on YouTube saying, okay, so I just found out Jeff Cobb is not anywhere from Samoa. He's actually Hawaiian. Okay. Yep. That's what... and Jacob Fatu is not Umaga's son. He's related to someone, though.
Yeah, I would say. They're also doing more women matches on NXT, it seems.
I would agree, definitely. The women's roster on NXT has been getting quite better, but their tag division still needs help.
Another gift.
Steph losing.
Popular.
Getting more
vote?
gifts from Paula. Thank you. 20 popular votes from Paula. Thank you, Paula.
Yeah.
Steph losing the title on a regular NXT.
10 roses.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Oh, they have. Oh, yeah. 10 roses up here. The Tonga Kid is who Tonga Kid is who Jacob's dad was. Okay. What I take away from NXT recently, there's going to be some call-ups to the main roster soon. Yeah, because
you
from
forgot
what...
to add that NXT logo for TikTok.
We'll be fine. It's not the end of the world. Zilla Fatu is Umaga's son. Yeah, I get I get Zilla and Jacob mixed up sometimes. I don't know why. On back to what Toby was saying on Twitch. So
There is
what?
the call-ups to the main
that's going to
roster
be.
thing. At least that's what I'm thinking.
Well, they were talking about the draft happening sometime.
When?
We don't know. Maybe after Money in the Bank. Who knows? Joe's contract ends December 31st. Not sure about Steph or the others. Okay. Marshall saying so. JC is NXT champion. Surprisingly so, Marshall. It is true.
I am willing to think that it's going to mess up some things in our faction.
Yeah, it's going to cause a lot of jealousy in there. And we'll
kind of like the thing we're seeing with the Judgment Day right now.
In a sense, yes. All right. Well, just a reminder for those on TikTok, be sure to double tap the screen, give us some likes, subscribe, follow us, share the live as well, and then if you can, give us gifts. We're accepting of gifts. You officially lost $50. She will be Mandy Rose. I think so, Brandon. I think so. Don't eat Roxanne's chicken nuggets. Oh.
What did she do to them?
She may have laced them with something. All right. So, with that being said...
Guerrera's back. Welcome.
Who's back?
Guerrera.
Hello. Okay. Let me see here. So we're getting to the news because we got to get through this real quick because we got a review to do. Let me do that. Mike Fusco is here in the TikTok chat. Welcome. I'll tell my mom you forced me to stay.
Huh?
We're back to this again.
We're not going to make you stay on the phone.
No, we're not even going to acknowledge this.
No acknowledging?
If we do have moderators, can we please get some help on that on TikTok? Off-topic wrestling talk says Skittle Coach. I think it was in reference to what was just said on TikTok. You don't remember Oh, no, I remember. Oh, he's talking to Marshall. I was like, I know who Mandy Rose. Sometimes I do miss the late 90s era. Sometimes I do. Yeah.
Who's Mandy Rose? Who's Mandy Rose?
That she was NXT champ, and then she went off and started a OF page. And WWE told her to take it down. She refused, and they released her. But before she did, she dropped the belt to Roxanne Perez when Roxanne Perez was a face, not a heel.
Welcome.
Miss the Life is Simple. A new chatter here.
In California.
Welcome.
I'll let you.
The only OG 187. Okay. I had to make sure I got that pronunciation right. Playing basketball with friends after class. Good old days. All right. So, going on in the news. Yes, I made sure to transition because I could see it over there on our feed for YouTube. Call me Mikey. Okay, Mikey. Not a problem. From California, too. Okay.
Which one was the purple turtle again?
Donatello. Anyway.
His name's Purple, so I was thinking Purple Turtle from...
I think I know WWE. You do, Brandon. No one's questioning that. Have no doubt in my mind. All right.
Also, AEW has a new policy. Don't bring Hogan to the company.
Don't bring Hogan to the company.
For next time, how long was the next AEW show? 4 hours is a bit much, brother.
All right. Let's see. Mikey saying AEW has become the most toxic place I've ever seen. Dude, I see people that keep talking about the drama that goes on. Yeah. No need for all caps. They can. No. It's okay.
Also,
It's
I
okay.
want to
It's
know
all right,
what
Toby.
led to that rule getting made.
Please
'cause
spill the beans.
It's like every time there's a rule made or a caution warning label put on something led that being added. So I want to know why they had to add that policy.
Of course.
Like, what led up to that? You know?
Oh, you got Skittle Coach asking Mikey some questions there. I would rather jump in a lake full of sharks than work for AEW.
I guess the good news is, probably the Sharks would leave him alone.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. All right, so going on with the news here real quick before we get on to some other serious talk here. Zoey Stark confirming that she is confirming about her knee surgery. AEW Wrestling is ECW 2.0.
They're like, if ECW and WCW had this weird crossover thing.
Yeah. Hydrate for both of you. Yes, definitely. He means drink some water. So Zoey Stark here recently just took to Instagram and she uploaded a photo of her knee in a knee brace and showing her recovering. Put some respect on GCW. It's very underrated and people don't talk about it very often because of its death match style. Golden rule of streaming: must have water beside you. Very, very golden rule.
We're going to get like a gallon of water and just sit it on the table there.
Did she confirm
On a
it was
small
a torn
table.
ACL? They really haven't released what type of injury she got. She just posted the picture and on the caption on it said, "Road to recovery starts now, day 1."
Well, I guess
Matt Cardona is the indie god. Well, see, the community is agreeing upon one another.
What did Ricochet do on Raw?
Ricochet's not on Raw. I'm getting deja vu from last night, son. She previously hinted on social media that previously before the surgery she was needing. She said she was needing surgery, but it looks like the surgery was a success, and now it's on to the road to recovery for her. MDK all. Troy Jasper is the future body slam Oba to a new level. Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you think would win in that match?
Oof. Tough choice.
You got to pick one.
I would say Oba.
I'd say Oba too.
Did you know that there is a new series coming out on TV, and it's going to be a biopic series?
Another one?
It's a biopic series on TV. It's going to be covering Mick Foley.
Oh, cool.
So he was Mick Foley was in an interview with Casual Conversations with the Classic. Oba will put him over due to experience. Okay. So he had talked about they're going to make a biopic series based on his life, and they're talking about casting, like who's going to play Mick Foley.
The Rock.
No. He was saying, quote, there's actually something in the works for a couple of years, I think, well over 2 years. It may have been 3 years ago. I first met with these people, and we've talked to 4 showrunners. I think we settled on 1. Paul Walter Hauser, known for his interest in portraying me. Now, Paul's legit about 6 inches shorter than I am, but I'm about 5 inches taller than most people think I am. Hauser, I think he could do a unique take on it, not an imitation, but I think he could find the spirit of what that 1995 Cactus Jack.
Apparently, Brandon B's talking about a new backstage work show coming out summer. Or a show about backstage work.
Yeah, that's the show on Netflix we've been talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that already came out.
No, hasn't come out yet. It's going to be coming out. Paula's going to be taking. Okay, got to get up early. All right, you get some rest there, Paula.
Thanks for the 25 popular votes.
Yes, thank you, Paula, for the gifts and everything. You have a good night.
See you next live,
And
or
we got-
next time you join.
And we got bearded Chris.
Welcome. He's
Oh,
on.
She
Twitch.
sent, and on her way out,
30.
sent 30 roses. Thank you, Paula. Greatly appreciated, Paula. Thank you very much. See. Oh, nothing much, Chris. That Chris, not this Chris. Going over some news real quick. Last question before I lurk. Okay. If Hulk Hogan calls you brother, would you believe him?
Like, what do you mean? Like,
No. Like if he just talked to you and said brother,
but I'm not his brother.
then you wouldn't believe him.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe him then.
You know the last guy who didn't believe him?
Who?
He was the Macho Man. Yeah. You know it will be. You know what it will be all about, Chris. Yeah, we saw them talk about it not too long ago, and could be interested in it. I mean, you get to take a look at the backs. You know how a story is supposed to go about. You know,
How they come up with that stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I'd be interested. I'd do the Hogan version of Jay Lethal.
What's the Hogan?
We all know
version
what it means by brother. Let's see, what else did we have here? So this was a big subject that's been brought up, I think, starting today. WWE has booked great.
Oh, that.
All the stuff.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
I
definitely.
would want to see that then.
Jay Lethal deserves better in AEW. I think so. So WWE has booked Great American Bash at the same time as All In Texas for AEW.
Huh?
WWE's booked NXT's Great American Bash on the same day and time as AEW's All In Texas.
The pay-per-view wars have started.
It's the Saturday. The pay-per-view wars. Yeah. The Sunday Night Wars.
He said that it's going to be about the stuff he did backstage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just got done reading that.
Oh.
Corbin Butler, welcome to the TikTok chat. Welcome back.
What is-
WWE is really trying to steal my money from AEW. It's really trying to steal money from AEW.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, who knows? So there was a press release that came out during Saturday night's main event. Of course, they were talking about taking place at the State Farm Arena. You have Evolution taking place. That same Saturday afternoon, WWE is going to be having the Great American Bash at the Center Stage Theater, and they will start just hours before AEW starts their pay-per-view just down the street from us.
Bad idea making Cena heel.
We agree, Corbin.
Yeah.
We agree.
What's the identity?
Yep. Mikey knows the identity of El Grande Americano.
It's Karrion Kross.
It's not Karrion Kross, Toby. Please don't be Toby. Chad Gable. See? See?
Nah.
See?
Nah.
See?
I think it's Karrion Kross.
No, I'm saying yes. See? You think it's Karrion Kross. Well, last night you were saying it was
It could be both.
Omos. You were thinking Omos.
They take turns being
WWE is
Americano.
going to have a war with AEW in a 2.0 Wrestling Wars. Yeah, they
Yeah.
will. Means joke on Twitch, by the way. Oh, we get it. Okay.
Okay. You remember the okay guy from Phineas and Ferb?
No. State Farm Arena is going to host Saturday night's main event on Saturday, July 12th, and Evolution on Sunday, July 13th. Great American Bash is going to be on Saturday, July 12th. So they're going to have, wow, they're going to be real busy that weekend, and so apparently so will we. Let's see. I think they both will have a battle war in the PLE with, yes, And WWE Movie Maker has made it to YouTube chat. Goldberg versus Gunther, Saturday night main event. Probably. First time ever, yes. First of all, how the hell could it be Omos? It's something he's doing.
I guess it being Karrion Kross would make more sense.
Corbin Butler saying, bruh. I know. July 12th in Atlanta, Georgia. Yep, I expect Cody to be... Cody will definitely be there. That's his hometown. So, you know how we were talking about... What happened?
Walter.
I'm not calling Walter Gunther ever.
I mean, unfortunately,
I gotcha.
I've gotten used to calling him Gunther.
A lot of people have. People have forgotten his NXT name.
But if I do call him Walter, I'm going to start saying it like that. It'd be funny.
Could be Karrion Kross's twin brother that we haven't seen on TV yet.
Maker.
Yeah, I just got done. Do you not listen to me? I'm just like a few feet from you, and I acknowledged him coming in with his comment, Goldberg versus Gunther, Saturday night main event.
I don't know if I'm entirely here right now.
If I hit you with a water bottle, would you be entirely here?
What if I said I'm a hologram?
Oh, good Lord.
His favorite AEW wrestler.
Anyway. He almost knocked off the mic. Let's see here. WWE Movie Maker saying it could be Karrion Kross. Oh, we already said that. Corbin says, yeah, at least he sold it. Yeah, he did. So AEW Talent. So you know how we were talking? Clip that. Oh, believe me.
Mm.
I don't know how to do that, but definitely I'll be definitely getting a clip. That was pretty decent sell job. Yeah, that was. Give it back.
I was like, where'd it go?
I may need it for future weapons.
Oh, no.
Anyway. So, okay, so we were talking about how Double or Nothing went extremely long last night. Or not last night, but the night before. Night before last.
Yeah, I remember.
According to Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer, again, this is according to 5 out of 10 for selling. We're working on it.
Yeah. I mean, at least it was mid. At least it was mid.
Brian Alvarez, okay, we're going to take this information with a bit of grain of salt here, everyone. He was talking with people in AEW about the length of the pay-per-views. And he said, and I'm quoting him, and again, taking this with a grain of salt because it's Wrestling Observer, saying, quote, well, yesterday I spent the whole day talking to all sorts of people in AEW, and I will say with one exception, because if I say everybody, then, but it was actually everybody. Every single person was like, these shows are too long. We all know it. They should end before midnight on the East Coast, like every single person in that company that I talked to, except Tony, because I didn't talk to him.
Did he say except Tony?
Yeah, he said except Tony, because I didn't talk to him, because, of course, he doesn't think they're too long. Every single person there is like, they are too long. He just does it. We can't stop it. There's nothing that can be done. Everybody knows it except Tony Khan and his small handful of sickos that would watch the show if it were 9 hours long. What happened? Clipped it for us. Hey, thank you, Toby. We'll have to, let me see here. Copy that link there for that. Okay. That's definitely one we're going to be putting out on social media. What are you doing?
I forgot I have to go through the...
What are you doing?
Trying to see if it's like on the Twitch now.
I don't know.
Huh?
I said, I don't know. At least it's not from Dave Meltzer of all people. I know.
Yeah.
If you can, that'd be great. I could definitely put a clip of it or something. Now, if you remember, back on his podcast, Jim Ross was talking about it on his podcast. And why does Dave Meltzer... I'll allow it.
That is a description.
Brandon B saying,
Yeah, it's up there.
what do you think about AEW will go 4 hours?
Water
Oh my
bottle.
God. Yeah, I saw that on, what was it? On the pay-per-view. I'm not liking the idea of 4 hours. Now they're trying to compete with WWE's 3 hours
At this rate,
for SmackDown. Now they're trying to push it to, what, you were able to get the clip?
yeah, I found it. So,
Are you able to send it to me?
yeah, you just go to the Twitch page and there's
No,
like
are you
clips.
able to send it to me?
Oh, yeah.
Because I may use that for other things on social media. It's worse. I hope Jim Ross... actually, Toby, I was going to talk about that here in a minute. It's worse than they had WrestleMania go for 7 hours straight. I agree. Feels like when... Yep. See? Movie Maker, you and Mikey have the same thoughts. You're on two different stream chats right now, but you guys have the same exact idea about the 7-hour WrestleMania. So Jim Ross on his podcast Grilling with JR,
he said it's a really good idea.
No, back in December, he said the very same thing. Said, quote, if you want to protect the gimmick scenario, the gimmick situation, you don't have tons of them on a pay-per-view card. You might have two, may I say might, so maybe two for me if I was booking it, probably one. That way it adds more to the gimmick match that's on the card because there's a lot of similarities. It's different, you know. It's a let me up type of thing. So I believe that's the way to go on that deal because you want to protect every match on the card. And that's why you got to talk to your talents about what the main event's going to do. If the main event's getting blood, you don't want to get blood in matches 2, 3, or 4, or 5, whatever. You just don't. A lot of guys think that's going to screw me up. Well, tough. Work harder. Get the main event. We ain't doing it. Go execute. So that's how I book it. And of course, on AEW pay-per-views, we generally have more than 8 matches. So Jim Ross even saying, you know, that's way too much because of the gimmick matches. He's saying one match after another, someone is bleeding.
Make the stuff special.
Exactly. Make it special.
But again, we've already discussed that AEW needs new writers.
Yes.
So.
Corbin Butler is back.
Welcome.
He's back. He was the one that said he suggested to clip that.
And that clip is like on a Twitch. If you go to our Twitch and then the little clip section, it's there now.
And here pretty soon it will come up on all social media. See, Mikey
the first of many clips of me getting hit by a water bottle.
Yes. So Mikey on Twitch says, a bit of advice for AEW, cut back on your signings because the more people you signed, longer your pay-per-views are going to be, and the more people aren't going to want to go watch it, especially live. That was the WrestleMania where it started all 4 p.m. Yeah. Movie Maker on YouTube says Triple H's layout of having 4 to 5 matches on PLEs is good. Yes, moderation. Moderation. A little bit goes a long way. That's the.
We
the
have
phrase.
Blood in every.
And we
always have
10,
blood
20, or
in
10
all of
matches.
our gimmick matches.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
Tony Khan is trying to beat WWE with TKO and be the number one, but both will get buried. Will bury each other. Yeah. Speaking of Jim Ross, since it was Toby
They're
that was
about
asking.
to, I think.
What's that?
Only OG was wanting, or Mike.
Oh yeah,
was
Mikey. They're going to break up the Judgment Day for sure. Toby was asking about Jim Ross. The surgery he had for his colon cancer, his co-host for his podcast took to Twitter. It was successful. It was a successful surgery.
That's good. That's good. That makes me happy.
He went on Twitter saying, just heard from at Remore something New York, or I guess New York. JR surgery went well, and they hope to have successfully removed all of his cancer this morning. Please keep JR in your thoughts and prayers as he begins his recovery. So, successful surgery for Jim Ross. We wish him a very speedy recovery. We hope to see you soon, Cowboy. And then how we mentioned about WWE booking at the same time with AEW with pay-per-views. They plan on doing more. Wrestling Observer Brian Alvarez, again, taking it with a grain of salt here, stated that there will be at least 2 more times when WWE and AEW will have head-to-head battles during long weekends. He said, quote, I was told that at this point there are at least 2 other instances coming up this year where they plan to are going head-to-head AEW battles with, well, it's just basically what I just said. So yeah, your thoughts on that, Chris? On the head-to-head. Well, before we do that,
Pay-per-view wars.
Pay-per-view wars. Let's catch up with the chat here. Brandon B on YouTube saying, you know why Chris Jericho is not on it. Brandon, I think it's because he's touring with his band Fozzy right now. I think, if I remember correctly. WWE Movie Maker on YouTube saying, for example, the only feuds that that had blood on the road to WrestleMania were Cody Rhodes versus John Cena and Gunther versus Jey Uso. Blood should only be used when needed.
Sparingly
Agreed.
When needed. Mike Fusco joined. Welcome.
And Big Money Dodge is here.
I remember him.
Yeah, he joined us on the TikTok
Welcome
chat.
back.
If you
Well,
he says. If none of you are familiar with Big Money Dodge, the biggest, and I'm not meaning by size, I mean money-wise, the biggest pockets I've ever known a independent pro wrestling manager to have. If his guys need the money, he helps them.
He got that
Exactly.
money.
They need that special particular hotel room, he gets it for them. They need that gym shut out so his guys can train for their match. He does it. Guess who will be signing with No.
Well, now we got to figure out Ring of Honor.
Wait. Is it you, Big Money Dodge? Are you joining Ring of Honor?
Is it you or one of your guys?
Aura. Oh, Aura. Yes. Here. He's not familiar.
No, I might be not familiar.
Read the chat, Chris, when I'm not talking. You're failing in your job here.
I was picking a chat.
Brandon B on YouTube says, and might be going back to WWE. Really?
Oh, it's auto.
You're signing? Oh, I'm over here like, wait a minute. I heard of Aura. I've heard of the name Aura before. So you're going to Ring of Honor, Big Money.
Cool.
Congrats, man. Everybody
you think he's going to appear on AEW stuff?
He might. He just might appear on AEW stuff. Congrats, man. Everyone in TikTok or any of the chats, give a congratulations, Big Money Dodge. If you do not follow him on TikTok, follow him. Very, very happy for him. Very, very proud of you, Big Money. Congrats to you, sir, for signing on with the Ring of Honor. Look forward to seeing you in action and seeing the guys that you manage also in action as well.
We're going to keep an eye out for you.
Let's see here, because I'm trying to catch up. These are booked months in advance, which is too wild, says Toby. There have been rumors going around Hiroshi Tanahashi could be joining AEW when he retires. Okay. Then Mikey saying, tell John Moxley to chill out with the blood, with the damn blood. You're going to end up bloodless when you hit 70, definitely. See. And then, of course, Big Money Dodge. Everyone here on Twitch. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We missed everybody on TikTok, too, man. And you're welcome. Much deserved. Well deserved, sir. We got a big clap for Big Money from Toby here on Twitch. And then also ending it with a hell yeah.
You got to say that in the Stone Cold impression.
Oh, hell yeah. That was pretty close with my impression there. Hell yeah. He always does the thing with his hand. All All right.
At least it's not the Hogan impression and movement.
Well, he's old now, so he can't even. He can only,
Yeah.
do walk like an Egyptian kind of thing, Brother.
Is that a JoJo reference?
Yeah, it's a JoJo reference. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You and your animes. Anyway, Shark Boy is better. Oh yeah. Proud of Santana for his NXT debut. Yes,
Yeah.
so are we. Brandon Breeze says, "How does it feel having a Ring of Honor guy, a WWE guy on your podcast?" Hell yeah, Brandon
cool.
B says, "Feels great." Toby says, to anybody going to SmackDown Friday in Knoxville, Tennessee, there's also an NCAA basketball tournament going on. Traffic's going to be bad. Oh, and it's supposed to pour rain, so heads up. Ah, yes.
That sounds fun.
Definitely.
Lots of traffic and lots of rain.
And then back to what Brandon B was saying. Yes, we got.
I think it's cool.
We got Brandon B as our WWE guy, Big Money Dodge as our Ring of Honor guy. I've been hearing weird rumors that Tonga Loa is leaving. Really, already? He hasn't been in for a full year yet, I don't think. We'll look into that.
So I don't know.
We'll definitely look into that, Mikey. I'm definitely going to research that. That's interesting. Why would he want to do that?
Got a sword.
We got a sword from. We got sword and a heart meat from Big Money Dodge. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Anytime, and Big Money, anytime Ring of Honor or AEW come around Dallas Fort Worth, just hit us up. We'd like to join up with you guys, definitely. What was I going to talk? Because Brandon brought up a point, WWE guy and a Ring of Honor guy. You hook us. We appreciate it, Big Money. Yeah, definitely.
Imagine if we end up going to a Ring of Honor show.
Oh, it would be tied in probably with with AEW too. God dang, we've got so many promotions we're trying to keep track. Yeah, that too. See, Moneymaker or Movie Maker. See, you start reading the chats. I'm mixing up their words here. Give me a second.
You had WWE
Hydrate.
Movie Maker on YouTube saying.
Everybody, water break right now.
I gotta read chat, so I'll do it when I'm done. You had Movie Maker saying that it could be because there aren't any plans for the Tongans right now. He was on YouTube.
Because both of them are injured.
Yeah. And then on Twitch side of things, you had Mike saying that it could be because he's tired of getting turned into a meme because of all the botches over the last few months. See. Then you had Tongaloa. Then you had Toby talking about how Tongaloa came out May 4th.
Okay, so it has been a year. Okay. It doesn't feel like it, though. To me, it doesn't feel like it. It feels like they came out, like, less than 9 months ago. Our Ring of Honor has been in Texas before. I met some of the wrestlers here in my city. Brandon, where are you from again? Movie
Not
Maker
as many botches as Nia Jax had over the years.
My hole.
That sounds wrong.
Feels that way, don't it? It does feel that way. But no, back to what Brandon was saying about having two guys from Amarillo. That's right, Amarillo.
Cool.
He's from the funk country. I remember now. Okay, sorry. Long time no see, Hey!
Welcome.
How's it going, man? Out of both of the Tongans, only Tama Tonga has been the most success because of
Yeah.
Okay, I got another impression. Crap. I'm stacking them.
How many is
I'm
that?
stacking on top of my impressions here. Where are you?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really try with impressions too much.
That's okay. I was hoping to sign with WWE because Jacob Fatu. Oh, that's right. Jacob is was your trainer.
Okay, so hear me out, right?
Okay.
He gets signed to WWE and manages Jacob Fatu.
That would be wild.
What do you think about Big Money Dodge? What do you think about that one?
Oh, that would be wild if he did. That'd be awesome for him if he did too.
I think it would be cool.
I would think it would be cool too. But hey, let him start with Ring of Honor. That'd be a dream come true. Yes. So, Jacob seems like a Paul Heyman guy. Jacob Fatu versus John Cena versus Roman Reigns. No, I'd see Jacob Fatu versus John Cena for the WWE title. Oh yeah,
maybe after he spends some time with Ring of Honor, he'll like get called up from the developmental. Remember that bit?
Don't do that.
Just call back to that, yeah. But I'm thinking at some point soon he'll get called up.
Well, I mean, come on. Ring of Honor has been around for actually quite some time, and you got some greats that have come out of Ring of Honor. I can list them all if you'd like. Seth Rollins came from Ring of Honor. CM Punk, Samoa Joe, Bryan Danielson came from Ring of Honor.
I think AJ Styles
Austin
was
Aries.
What? I want to say AJ Styles was one too.
AJ Styles was Ring of Honor. You also had, the guys from the Elite were from there as well.
Since 2002.
2002, yeah. Ernesto Vela, welcome to the TikTok chat.
See, and then Mike said that he's been seeing a lot of stuff coming up that the Tonga twins might be, Tonga sisters might be coming.
If the Tonga twins get called up to WWE, that'd be awesome. And you team up with Naya.
Yeah.
That would be.
Come to think of it,
I got chills just thinking.
I'm thinking maybe by the time,
because we've seen the Tonga twins live.
We did
here in Fort
Queen's
Worth
Gambit or something like that.
Yeah, it was a Queen's Gambit for VIP wrestling. If you guys are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, look them up. They get a lot of good wrestling action there. Did Ohio Valley Wrestling turn into NXT? Not necessarily, no. Ohio Valley Wrestling is still around. NXT was basically formerly Florida Championship Wrestling, FCW. They turned that into NXT, into their developmental.
Even crazier, imagine if by the time Big Money joins Jacob or WWE, he'll be going after a main title.
Then he would need a manager. The reason why Tonga Loa is leaving because he gets hurt a lot and his cousin will take his place in the bloodline. Hikuleo. I'm still trying to nail that name.
You could say he's going to need big money.
Yeah. He's going to need big money. So back to what I've been trying to say about what Brandon was saying about us being familiar, having people that are from the big name wrestling promotions. We had just gotten messaged with a wrestler from across the pond known as Succubus. We had talked about her at length about joining NXT Europe. We do follow her on social media. Like I said, we had followed her from her when she started training up to now, where she now runs Nebula Wrestling out of Nottingham, England. She had posted posted a video of us talking about her on Instagram, and we talked and messaged with her back and forth on Instagram quite a bit, we got a few. I believe one of her friends that is wanting to have us interview them sometime soon. So, and then again, we've got some interviews lined up, and one of them, of course, is definitely going to be Big Money Dodge. For damn sure, it's going to be Big Money Dodge.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We got to
have to come up with like some Ring of Honor questions to ask him.
Oh, definitely. Well, you're not quiz him, just. Let's see. Toby saying Morley Sports Management brought majority stock of OVW back on May 1st. Yes, I heard about that, Toby. I heard that broke news to me through Jim Cornette's podcast where they announced that. I really wish, Mikey saying, I really wish we would see El Fantasmo come to WWE. Oh, Phantasmo come to WWE, so that way he can join his brothers in the Gorillas of Death. Oh, definitely. Your thoughts on Gabe Kidd? Honestly, Mikey, I have not seen his stuff in the ring. Honestly, I have not.
Like,
Gabe Kidd, like his in-ring action that he's done. With the purchase of AAA, it could have, Toby, you could be right. But back to talking about Succubus, we want to try to see about heading out to Nottingham, England, and try to meet up or something. I don't know. It would be great. I don't know. We'd be a part of a show or something. I don't know. Sky's the limit. Never been. You've never been outside the country. I have, of course, not in vacation stature, but more.
It wasn't quite the whole vacation in a foreign land they painted it to be.
No, it really wasn't. There was sand, but not in a beach.
I hate sand.
Brandon B says, I have a niece that was... Oh, wait a minute. Brandon B says he had a niece that was in OVW before, and NWA too.
Cool.
We've got to talk to you, Brandon, or meet up sometime, man. Seriously.
Welcome back, Robert Brown.
Robert Brown's back. And he just retracted the message. It's okay. Movie Maker saying, imagine what a fight between Jacob Fatu and Umaga would have been like. Well, you know what? You could fulfill that fantasy on WWE 2K25 anywhere on gaming platforms. We're not sponsored by them. Sorry. I don't know why we're shamelessly plugging it, but sorry.
Imagine getting sponsored, then you have to play the game.
Imagine if they call us to come in and play their game or test it. Or
yeah.
Imagine if they have us in the game. I mean, heck, they did it with Pat McAfee and his friends. Why not? We're a part of a DLC. Gotta shoot your shot. Hey, thank you, Toby. So, let's get to the Sid the Kid wrestling. Wow, haven't seen you in like ages. It feels like that, doesn't it, Sid the Kid?
Yeah, we took a long break.
We took a long
TikTok
hiatus.
And
And again, the long hiatus from TikTok, it was for personal reasons. Because last time we were streaming live, it was because someone had disrupted our chat and kind of really, really killed the mood with their personal stuff, and it bled into our live, and we weren't having it. But
then we were like,
different story for a different day. Yeah, you saw that. Yeah, you saw that. Yeah, and thank you for welcoming us back.
Yeah.
All right, so now's the time. Don't let anybody do that. No. We don't do that anymore. Now we want to get back to wholesome wrestling community, building friendships. We're building a friendship with Big Money Dodge. We got a friendship with Sid the Kid. We got a lot of friendships here. Full send, boys. Yes. Let's see. Okay, so Chris and myself.
We watched YouTube.
Well, actually, Movie Maker. Long story short, they were a follower of ours. They were a moderator, and personal stuff bled in because a person that they were with was also a part of our chat and everything, and it was not good. We made a TikTok video about it. If you want to, Movie Maker, if you want to go and check it out, we recommend that. We don't want to get into too much detail because that was the past. We're pushing for the future to where you guys see us on a regular basis. Heck, you may see us on a WWE pre-show, and we're interviewing Big Money Dodge about his client, Jacob Fatu, going for the world title.
Yeah.
I just spoken into existence. There you go for all you affirmation people.
It'd be like when Know Your Wrestling appeared on that one SmackDown episode.
Brandon B says that his niece is now in Minnesota.
Cool.
Wrestling. That is awesome. That is awesome. If you believe it, you can see it. Hey, I see it. I see it clearly. Brandon, what's your niece's name? We can look her up and follow her on social media, and we can hype her up. Get people to start following her too, and have her get a following. Because we're all about hyping independent wrestlers into the big time. I mean, look what happened with Big Money Dodge. He was following us. And he was an independent manager, was trained by Jacob Fatu. Now look where he is. He's going to Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
So,
Magical
I love to see
10K
you two get
followers.
that magical. Yes, so do we, Sid. So do we. We'll get there. We're gonna get there now that we're back on track. All right. So in our I guess main event of sorts, Chris and myself. Chris and
we
myself.
watch TV.
We watched the Karrion Kross documentary. We watched it via YouTube. If after we get done here and you guys after we get off the air and everything, go check out this documentary. My God, it was really, really good.
Yeah.
We've got notes on it.
It is on YouTube.
Yes, it is on YouTube. Let me look up what the name of it was real quick.
Sid said that he watched it as well.
He watched it. You watched it as well. See, really, really, really good stuff. Let's see where to go.
It was under there.
Don't you start with that. Don't you dare start with that. It was you go to the YouTube channel Killer Kross, but the documentary was called The Killer. It was a full documentary, and it was covering Karrion Kross's time in Las Vegas during WrestleMania week. Documentaries can be off-putting. Glad it was. Oh God, yes, it was a good one. So we got a few notes on it just to highlight a few things that and have you guys check it out and take your interpretations on it. But these were our interpretations while we watched it, and
same here.
Toby, we'd like to see him wrestle more too. So Chris, you got your notes? Go ahead. We'd like to. You go first.
His name is Kevin. No. No.
They vary in weight now.
They're going to spin a little different.
You should watch that interview he had with... Oh, yes, I definitely intend to, Sid. Instead of being in Sammy's head as his dark passenger. A lot of people... Oh, real quick. Did you also notice last night on Monday Night Raw, people were picking up on something on this. Did you see Scarlett was standing on a ladder?
She's going to be in the women's ladder match thing?
Either she is or he is. And what did I say last night? We see Karrion Kross next week in a qualifying match.
It's going to be him versus CM Punk to qualify. No, yeah, you really don't want that to be the case,
She was on a box next to a ladder, I thought. No, she was standing on the ladder. Go back to it on,
There was a box and a ladder somewhere.
But she was standing on the ladder.
I didn't see that specifics.
I saw that.
I was more just kind of watching.
I saw
Kross.
that. I read into either she's going in the ladder match or he is. Who remembers Disco Inferno? Oh, I remember Disco Inferno, but before TNA, he was in WCW. All right. What were your notes, real quick, on the Karrion Kross documentary? You say one and I'll say one on a note, and then you explain your note. Oh, better yet, before we do, we also need to do something real quick with you guys. The voting.
Yeah.
For match of the night.
Oh yeah.
So since we're back on TikTok, we're needing help deciding on NXT's match of the night, and we will also get. Let me get something to write down too. Hang on. Get a piece of paper and everything here. Okay. Because we're going to do a different way of voting for match of the night. Instead of having it decided upon Chris and myself, we're going to leave it to you guys in the chat. If you didn't watch, that's fine. After Chris's recap of it, you can definitely tell us. Well, there's a thing where Disco Inferno did a storyline with Scarlett and TNA before she was signed with WWE. She was playing the character of the sexiest person who didn't like women and professional wrestling. Ethan Page. Okay, hang on. So those that are on Twitch and YouTube will be getting you guys in the comments, in the chats. Just tell us who you think what your match of the night was, and I'll write it down. Those that are on TikTok, Chris is going to get a poll put in, and we're going to get a poll in there to have you guys vote, and we'll find out that. All right, Toby, you got to pick one of the two, though. Is it going to be the North American title match or the women's title match? Let's see. Lido, welcome to the TikTok chat. Says, if we don't get the AAA heavyweight champion at Worlds Collide, then I'm all out. Okay. Okay, so Toby says North American title match. Oh, Chris is in the middle of putting those in TikTok, so stand by. Okay, that's 2 for the North American title matches. Those on YouTube, if you want to put into the chat who you think, which match tonight on NXT, after Chris's description of them and everything, in case you didn't watch, who you think deserves to get match of the night for tonight on NXT. Well, then the winner of the said voting, it will win match of the night and move to the battle of match of the week at the end of the week. Marshall says North American title. Okay.
Let's see. I don't remember all the matches off the top of my head.
Okay. So just to give you a recap. Give me a sec here. I'll pull up the Discord for you. So you had Ethan Page versus Ricky Saints for the North American title. You had Mike Santana versus Tavion Heights. Then you had Jada Parker versus Tatum Paxley. Jasper Troy taking on Dante Chen. And Stephanie Vakir taking on JC Jane. Oh, and I hit my microphone. Sorry. For those wearing headphones at home, I do apologize for that. Also, there is an account called the Only OG on Twitch. Oh, yeah. There is. He goes by the name Mikey. James Action Figures Toy Man coming on saying on the YouTube saying, man, I love Jada Parker. Okay. You and another listener of ours, DJ Juggalo, would get along in admiring the female wrestlers. Oh, wait a minute. Marshall, your younger brother is Mikey on Twitch? Okay. We got brothers for the first time on TikTok. I mean, not on TikTok. For the first time on the Cross Promo Show. We got brothers in our chat.
Cool.
Sylvia Faye in MAW trained with Top Flight. And you know Julia Hart. Oh, Julia Hart's a good friend of hers?
So Stephanie
No
Vakir,
kidding.
Ethan Page, Mike Santana.
Santino. Or Santana.
Yeah.
It's Santana.
I pronounced it weird.
Okay.
What was the others?
Which ones do you have so far?
Santana, Page, and Vakir. Those matches. Jada Parker.
Page, Santana, Parker, Jasper Troy, and Dante Chen, and Stephanie Vakir and JC Jane. You like Julie Hart? Oh, I like her too. She's come a long way in AEW. I know, that's crazy. It's the first time in our show where we got brothers on 2 different chat windows right now. If you guys are needing to exchange any family messages, we'll be more than happy to be the go-between. Nothing personal, though. No personal messages. Let's see here. So I got to write that. Sylvia Faye. That's MAW. Yeah, MAW Wrestling.
What was his first name? Chen?
Dante. Mercedes Monet and Harley Cameron. Nice. Side note to people that watch Evolved on Tubi, tomorrow Evolve crowns their first champion, a Fatal 4-Way women's match. Oh, Mikey, you missed us talking to your brother Marshall. We just found out you and Marshall on YouTube are brothers.
Yeah.
Whenever you want to, talk in Discord, and I can tell you more about wrestling. Oh, definitely.
All right.
Brandon?
Polls up.
Okay, we got a poll up that's going to be up for 5 minutes on TikTok for you people on TikTok. Put in your votes. Who do you think should win match of the night for us? His brother found him. I know. Raquel Rodriguez, love her. She's a fellow Texan, and Roxanne Perez too. Okay. James Action Figure Toy Man, where in Texas are you? You say fellow Texan. Because we're Texans as well.
How do you do, fellow Texans? We are 100% also Texans.
Well, you are.
Yeah.
You're full-blooded Texan because you were born in Texas. You're right next door to us then, James. You're right next door. We're in Fort Worth. Your dad's from Houston? Okay. See, it's a small, everybody seems like they come from Texas nowadays. Again,
Marshall's in Austin.
Marshall's in Austin? Yeah. Marshall's actually in Austin, Texas for college. Oh, he's a Longhorn. Is that right? Marshall's a Longhorn?
About 3.5 minutes left on the vote.
Okay.
No votes yet.
Again, real quick, everybody in YouTube, and I think I got everybody in Twitch. Also love Hollywood Hallie J. Okay. Anyone that's
yet.
in YouTube or in Twitch, if you haven't already, give us your vote for match of the night. Sorry, I'm like spacing out here. Texas is a big. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, there's many. You've got the Von Erichs from Texas. You've got Booker T. You got Shawn Michaels, the Guerreros in general, the family. You got the Funks. You've got Undertaker from Texas.
Stone Cold too, right?
Stone Cold. You can't.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anything about Funks?
They're from Texas too.
Yeah.
Dory, Terry Funk.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yep, he got so mad when I shipped him Longhorn underwear. Why would you ship him Longhorn underwear? It's a brother thing to do, I guess. Yeah, if you're on TikTok, get those votes in. You got about 2 minutes, 15 seconds left. If you're on YouTube and Twitch,
next, send him a ridiculous cowboy hat. Yeah, that's a brother
thing.
That is definitely something I would do as a brother.
I have friends in top of Texas wrestling there. Okay.
Cool.
The Von Erichs. Ah, yes.
Yeah. Did you say the Von Erichs?
I said the Von Erichs.
Just making sure, because it's like, wait a minute, that.
Because I've looked up a lot about the Von Erichs. I even saw the movie The Claw.
That was a good movie.
That was a great movie. Yes, they left out a few information, like the youngest brother, Chris, in the movie. Yes, they left him out because I think that much tragedy was enough for the movie.
Yeah.
Really, Brandon? Who are they? Oh.
It really was good.
And it really, oh God, I legitimately cried because, I mean, I followed up on the whole entire story of the Von Erichs prior to the movie, you know.
1 minute remaining, still no votes.
Guys in the TikTok, put in the votes.
We got like 2 people in the
Athena. Athena is from Texas, yeah.
You know who the Von Erichs are. At least I think he knows who the Von Erichs are.
Brandon would know who the Von Erichs are. Nick Hernandez, welcome to the TikTok chat.
Welcome.
All right, 35 seconds. Love Texas better than New York, my home state, and Florida, where I moved from. Okay. I don't use TikTok, otherwise I would have voted. Well, Movie Maker, just real quick. Oh, yeah, Lance Archer is from Texas.
I think he is.
Oh, yeah.
Big X-Men fan.
I'm a big X-Men fan. I haven't seen New 97 though.
His
I remember
favorite
the old
movie
one.
was X-Men Origins Wolverine.
No, it wasn't. It was the Wolverine and then Deadpool. Or the X.
The
It's too long of a list.
the first
We don't
X-Men
have-
movie with Deadpool.
Anyway, Movie Maker, just put into the chat right here. Put into the chat.
Tatum Paxley. Yeah.
Tatum Paxley's from Dallas. Jacqueline from the Attitude Era. Jacqueline, she's from Texas. Bradshaw, or JBL, he is from Texas.
Yeah.
There was another person that was from Jordan Grace. She's from Austin. Nick Mitchell from the Spirit Squad. Yeah, he was from
A
from
lot
Texas.
of wrestlers from Texas then.
Oh yeah.
A lot.
Oh yeah. I know them when they were not. They're not the real name to them. Von Erichs, yes, of all Texas wrestlers. Mark Henry is from Texas, yes. Jerome, welcome to the TikTok chat. Caitlin, that's the name I was looking for. Caitlin, she was a former Divas champion, had a short run at WWE, had a rivalry with AJ Lee, made out with Big E when he started in the main roster. Anyway, Movie Maker, if you just put into the chat,
Isn't it Roxanne?
Roxanne Perez is from Texas. Movie Maker, if you put into the chat,
Welcome.
Wheelchair Gamer, long time no see, yes sir. If you put into the chat, Movie Maker, who you think match of the night for NXT goes to, and we will put that in as a vote, and that will determine which match gets match of the night for NXT.
Yeah, I think the vote ended.
It's scary how many women actually get more buff when they leave a certain company. That is true. So let's get back to this Karrion Kross documentary. We were talking about that. Now that we got the voting, if you're in the chat, just say which match you think will win, and we'll make sure to jot it down. Dick Murdoch, Dusty Rhodes, yes. And Dustin Rhodes as well.
What about Cody?
Oh, for some reason, Cody's from Atlanta. For some reason, buff women just scare me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because, but I don't like it. I actually think that they're going to do something to me. Okay, Mikey. All right, you were going to give your first note of the.
My first note is that his name was Kevin.
Okay.
Which is funny because your name's Kevin. And
oh, this stupid thing. There we go.
But yeah, your
We're all
name's
good.
Kevin, his name's Kevin. I mean,
You know what they say? Don't mess with Texas people.
yeah.
It's a real fear. Okay. So Movie Maker says Stephanie and JC. Okay.
I'd probably say that one too.
Well, our vote, honestly, at this point, we're leaving it to the listeners. Evolution is back, feeling like 100 years. Yes, it does. I have talked to Kerry Von Erich's daughter and Terry Funk's daughter too. Really? Well, Brandon talks to Kerry Von Erich's daughter and Terry Funk's daughter.
Huh. Cool.
Kerry Von Erich's daughter is Lacey Von Erich. She retired from wrestling. Hollywood Holly J lives in Houston. Okay. ACH and Wesley Blake are actually from Texas. Oh, that's right. Wesley Blake. Yeah. Yep. All right. So your first note was that he had the same first name as me. Wow.
So, Kevin or Karrion Kross on Twitter or X follows Kevin of the Cross Promo Show. Cross.
That is weird.
Yeah, the joke deep, the plot thickens
It's like
or whatever.
Inception there. Brandon B saying he has 4 other
Oba
daughters
versus
too.
Rusev.
I see that. Dick. Mikey doesn't know who Dick Murdoch is. Dick Murdoch used to be an old partner of Dusty Rhodes back in the late. Back in the 70s. I don't know, early
Jake
or
Snake.
mid.
Yeah. I think Jake the Snake anyway.
No, actually, Jake the Snake was from Georgia, but he resides in Texas. I think that's how he knew Lance Archer. You'd like to see Oba versus Rusev. Oh God, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Dick Murdoch. He sadly did pass away in '96.
Hansen?
Stan Hansen. Yes, he is from Texas. There's quite a few
Undertaker.
guys. Yep, Undertaker is definitely from Texas. My first note, Karrion Kross was talking about his GCW match, Bloodsport, with Kratos, and he says he was talking about getting in the ring with him and everything, and he was saying Kratos, he's more dangerous because he's a father. When you're facing a man that is trying to support a family, trying to feed them, clothe them, try to take care of them, he will become more dangerous because he's fighting. He has something to fight for, and something he has a lot to lose. Whereas Karrion Kross said, "I have nothing to lose." So he was saying he has probably that upper edge when it comes to taking on Kratos. And
I know, right?
Blackjack Mulligan, Barry and Kendall Windham.
Kratos versus Karrion Kross.
Yeah, actually got out of the video game and came into real life. Not that Kratos. Sin Cara is from Texas. HBK is from San Antonio, and Michael Cole is from I didn't know Michael Cole was from San Antonio. I thought he was from out east. Outlaw Ron Bass. Oh, yeah, Ron Bass. I forgot about Ron Bass. Ron Bass is from Texas, too. Barry and Kendall Windham. Barry Windham, that's...
Not IRS. Unless it is.
No. That's Rotunda. Barry Windham, I think, is...
Steve.
No. I think he was partnered.
Stone Cold.
I think he was Bray Wyatt's uncle. Barry Windham was, I think.
They were a tag team.
They were a tag team, I think. Or I could be getting Barry Windham mixed up with someone else because I think Barry Windham was Tessa Blanchard's stepdad. Well, he said hometown San Antonio. Okay. Same thing as Randy Orton. He was born in Knoxville but claims from St. Louis as his home. Yeah, because of his dad, yeah. Sad about Jax Dane passed away last year, a new wrestler. Yeah, I heard about that. Wendy Richter is from yes. Eddie Guerrero as well. Oh yeah, I already said the Guerreros. Yeah, the whole entire family, the legendary family. What was your next note?
He was talking about how he wanted to entertain and give back to the people that took time out of the day to watch. Basically, give a form of escapism.
Yes, that was actually good. Tully Blanchard is from Texas. Yeah, Tully Blanchard. That's Tessa Blanchard's dad. So I had that somewhat similar to the note, but what I was watching early on, like within 7 minutes, I'm already feeling Karrion's passion for wrestling, for the business, because he wants to give back to the city of Las Vegas, the people that have helped him become, a WWE wrestler. Logan James coming into the YouTube chat.
Welcome.
I feel so stupid because I don't know Chris Benoit's from Canada. Don't worry. It's okay. You're still kind of young into the wrestling fan game, as it were. Better Stephanie beating Julia, and worse JC Jane beating Stephanie. Very, very, very true.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why she won.
I don't know either.
Like, storyline wise, where they're gonna go after this.
Stephanie could be finishing up a rivalry with her or someone else, and then she moves up into the main roster.
Unless she's moving up, but I don't. Yeah, we're still not sure about the whole draft thing. So.
But yeah, during that first 7 minutes, I was seeing, I was really getting an idea of Karrion Kross's passion and dedication to the business and to fans. He really wants to entertain fans. What are some wrestling podcasts you guys get inspiration from?
I don't really listen to other wrestling podcasts.
He doesn't really. For me,
any podcast really.
For me, as far as inspiration, none. I mean, we just wanted to do something different that was from. Yes, Jordan Grace. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Yeah, she's from Texas too.
We listen to Cody Rhodes' new pod now.
I started watching when I was 7. Wait a minute. Toby says he actually lived down the street from my sister-in-law. Her husband was one of the first officers on. Really, Toby? Toby's
Oof.
Wow. Toby's sister-in-law's his sister-in-law's husband was one of the first police officers on scene at Benoit's house during that whole entire thing. Weird but awful. Yeah. Isn't Jordan Grace married? Yeah, Jordan Grace is married to Jonathan Gresham. If y'all know, SummerSlam one night, but now it's 2 night. Yeah.
Don't know how they're gonna pull that off.
I honestly don't know. What about Chris Van Vliet? I'm not sure. I don't think he's from Texas. It was literally right down the road. God.
I was like, what?
Mikey is saying that Jonathan Gresham is a lucky guy.
Okay.
That's
I was about to say, I hope that's what he's referring to, because if he's referring to...
No, he's not. No, he's not.
That was confusing.
He's referring to Jonathan Gresham, not the other thing.
Movie Maker was asking about Chris Van Vliet.
Oh, yeah, I already said that.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your next note?
So you remember that part where he was getting his eardrum fixed because it was ruptured?
Yeah.
He also has a Macho Man impression.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Chris. That was your takeaway.
He's
got a Macho Man impression, and he can do a good impression of Jesse the Body Ventura. He actually met Jesse the Body Ventura, I think, on a podcast or something, and talked to him as Jesse Ventura.
I'm gonna have to find that clip
Jesse
now
Ventura was very impressed. Might be wrong, but JBL somewhere in Texas. Yes, he's from Texas.
But like
I'm referring to the person we don't talk about. Yes.
Yeah. And another thing around that was
Brock Lesnar has long hair. Yep.
He's got a lot of injuries that are just kind of stacking up and stuff.
Who, Karrion Kross?
It seems like
that's the price you pay for if you want to be a wrestler. You have to fight through the injuries.
Yeah.
Brandon saying, "I bet you won't know one wrestler you won't know from Texas." Fire away. That's all I can say. Go for it. Because there is two.
Brock Lesnar.
No, he's from Minnesota. I know that.
Chad Gable.
No, I think he's from Minnesota too.
But Americano's from the Gulf of America. Like I said, more evidence that they're Shaquille O'Neal. Wait, Shaq wrestled?
In a sense, he did. Brock's daughter is going ham, and I'm telling you, I've been seeing videos of that, Toby, and it's blowing my mind. She's won 4 state titles in discus and shot put. She's really good. Yeah, I would say Shaquille O'Neal probably. Yeah.
I didn't know he was from Texas.
So yeah, he was. He wrestled in WWE and AEW for like a short stint, like one night kind of thing. One thing I did take away, Karrion Kross was saying that he served two when it came to professional wrestling. He served 2 masters, and he wasn't one of them. Yeah. He basically was serving the master of one that's running the show, and the other one is the fans. Which he was. Don't do that. You may dislodge your wire or something from that thing. He was just giving a lot of thought on fans. He really wants to give the fans a good show. He says even if he wants to help serve as that source of escapism. If you're having if you're falling on hard times, bad day, or whatever, and you come to a wrestling show, he wants to entertain you with it.
Toby asks on Twitch, who would you rather be in the final men's qualifier for Money in the Bank, Karrion or Punk?
He asked me this.
Pick one.
I'm gonna have to say Karrion.
Okay, just making sure.
Karrion needs the push.
Because I'm saying Karrion too. Like,
yeah. Skittle coach and Mikey said the same thing. Karrion needs that push.
I'm saying Cross.
Yeah.
Karrion, Killer Cross, one of the two.
Your next note.
At one point, I think you came up with the idea of Cross versus Aleister Black. I ended up taking note of that.
Yeah, that would be whenever I was watching him in that match with Kratos and then him training and everything. It got me thinking of, what if he ever got into a match with Aleister Black? That would have been good.
Movie Maker says that Cross is a future world champion. I think so too.
I think so too. And then someone says, please, for the love of God, make Karrion Kross into a Baron Corbin where you... No, don't say that. Oh, do not make Karrion Kross into a Baron Corbin where... Yeah, please don't. Let's see. I have changed my pick on who beats Cena to retire him. I think it's Seth Rollins now.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Because that was like an old poll we put up. He already faced Randy Orton. I don't know if he's going to face CM Punk. But at some point, maybe Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Again, he thinks he wants to save wrestling. Cena talks about repeatedly about how he wants to ruin wrestling, but he says it's slow in your ear. It's all weird.
Movie Maker. Oh wait, Brandon's saying no, he won't. Movie Maker saying, could there be a fourth man? I think so. There could be a fourth man. Let's see. Then only a few have failed to cash in. Mr. Kennedy never got the chance to who, in my opinion, was one of the best on the microphone during the late 2000s. Okay. Brandon doesn't see Karrion Kross being a world champ.
I see him with some kind of title. Hopefully soon.
Wheelchair Gamer, yeah. We
could
also
go against
said
Jacob.
We also say Jordan. We also said Jordan Grace. Yeah, she's from
him
Texas.
Versus Jacob.
If Seth wins Money in the Bank, book it. Okay, he's a Triple H guy.
Yeah. Kross versus Jacob.
That'd be interesting.
Let's see, and then I guess as far as actual notes, the fan interaction.
Yeah,
it looked like fun.
Yeah, he had. They showed some clips of him interacting with some fans on the street, and one of them being a little girl and everything, and it was really wholesome, great interactions.
Also,
doesn't matter if he is.
Also, because he said something about hitting Seth with a chair, and if he is in the bank match,
yeah,
he could get a chance to do that.
He could get a chance to do it. See, my next note. He was saying, and we were speaking about meeting fans. He says, sometimes the hardest part for him is meeting an enthusiastic fan, and they say that they loved his work, as if in past tense. And he also said sometimes they'll suggest, hey, why don't you try to go back to doing this, or why don't you do this and that? And he says he doesn't tell this particular fan, but in his head, he's like, I have done that. And it's still not getting me the push. I mean, just here last month, he announced that he wanted them to start selling his shirt at the stands at live events and everything. Then what would make him world championship material? Oh, it's between... Sorry. It's a conversation between Brandon B and NXT. Let's see. Rusev versus Sheamus as a tag team will be brutal.
I don't think they're gonna team up.
I don't think so either. But yeah, him talking to fans and some of the fans doing that.
Next one was kind of getting close to the end. Him talking that whole thing with Logan, and Logan Paul, and basically just the way he got into WWE, how just the shortcut of it. It's basically it's an insult to his career and everyone else
that full video promo thing that he did.
And what?
Brandon saying he was an NXT champ, but when they go to the main roster, they will bury him like others because he doesn't kiss ass. Logan is going to promote his new TV show. That's pretty much what he's doing. Well, it's a good thing he's gone then. Yeah.
Good. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't want Logan to be in WWE. I don't think he should be there. Period.
Why?
Well, for one, the controversies. Two, he didn't earn any of it. I'm a famous guy. Again, with that whole thing, he's the kind of guy that goes to AEW.
Oh, okay.
No offense to like AEW people, but a lot of them, and again, like what was his name? The Costco guys or whatever.
Right.
The kid over here. That, and they were like TikTokers or streamers or something.
Yeah.
And then that got them a match, and it's like, I mean, if that's what the bar is nowadays.
Well, for AEW it is.
And apparently for WWE too.
Yeah.
Because
well, Karrion Kross said he respects Logan Paul as an athlete.
That's about all he's gonna get.
And everything, but what he reiterated in a way what he's not understanding is how someone like him is getting these pushes.
That push could have gone to Kross or pretty much anyone that actually put in the work.
That in their whole entire career, in their whole entire life.
Yeah.
Let's see. There was a moment. Oh, Brandon B says, I know you don't like Logan, but I see him as a world champ because of what happened on Saturday Night Main Event with John Cena.
I mean, maybe.
To each their own. Me, if it's professional wrestling, I respect what Logan Paul has done.
I respect what he can do.
Yeah,
not so much what he's done.
I respect what he has done in the ring in WWE in a short amount of time. But the fact that they've got him being pushed into main events for titles and everything, honestly, that doesn't seem all that kind of fair to me.
Yeah.
Like, again, you got a guy that's been with the company and has really been trying hard and doing everything the company has told him to do.
Yeah.
And he's not getting... Look how many times he got a chance as a world champ. There's been many, but I'm just saying, I guess it plays in the storyline of ruined professional wrestling.
That's what I think they're trying to do.
Ain't like no way he said that.
Because I think they know that most people
be champion for. Hang on, because we just struck a chord here. Quick question: who should be a world champion first, Logan or LA Knight? He sells tickets, yes, but he also has people that do not like him as a human being. Like me, I don't respect him as a human being.
The he who shall not be named take. That, I would say, applies to Logan. Granted, he didn't kill anyone, but literally running back-to-back scams or controversies outside of the ring and inside the ring, backstage, yeah.
It's the storylines in WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's good at getting heat.
Oh, God, is he
but
ever.
I feel like most of that comes from people wanting to hate him for what he's done in the past, and apparently still is going to continue to do. Just look at what happened with Lunchley and that other thing.
With who?
That's Lunchables ripoff.
Oh, yeah.
And then the drink or whatever.
At least Roman carried the company, and Roman didn't have an annoying catchphrase every time.
Succotash.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see here.
And bring in a wrestler like Travis Scott, of all people, who to also ruin wrestling.
Until Paul Heyman. Yeah. There he was having a conversation with his friend throughout majority of it, and he was explaining how he's not satisfied in his career because he has yet to have the opportunity to put his heart into his work, because he feels he's being restricted from being himself in this character, trying to put himself in the character. And then he wants to he really wants to create moments in his career. He really does. He wants that. The company might work themselves into a shoot.
I think they already have, because that whole, again, the whole thing with Karrion Kross in that interview. I mean,
yeah.
I think that would count as a shoot.
I definitely would. My point is, LA Knight is the most overrated wrestler I've ever seen in my life. Seth Rollins is up there too, with the most overrated. Roman Reigns, overrated. Give it to someone who actually deserves it and who will actually do something with it. Comes from Mikey on Twitch. Brandon saying TKO and Triple H are doing more drama in wrestling, so they make more money from fans. That is
would
very
explain
true.
the sponsorships and just keeping Logan around. Because if this was if TKO wasn't involved here, if they weren't trying to add the drama, because again, there is a lot of outside of the ring drama spilling into Logan's character.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Do you also have? And then he said something about how grass is greener on the other side.
I have that note.
And then said that he's not one of those people that thinks that way. He thinks that when it comes to your grass, you should just basically care for it.
Yeah, you
should
water
it, that sort of stuff.
You should take care of it and make it a lawn. And I like that analogy too.
It works.
Yeah. And in that interview, I witnessed something in that interview with Karrion Kross, and this will be the last of my notes.
He was really passionate about it.
In that interview, yeah.
Welcome back. Yeet.
Yeet. Mikey and Toby, they're patching things up. That's good, guys.
They're friends. He needs matches or storylines or something.
TKO and Triple H is doing more drama in wrestling, so they make more money from it. That is very true. Y'all didn't age a bit in 2025. It did, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I have. Anyway, but yeah, in that interview that made him go viral, it wasn't Karrion Kross talking. It was a mixture of Karrion Kross, but more.
It was Kevin.
It was more Kevin.
I don't know his last name, but.
I had it right here.
Kevin Kross? We'll call him Kevin Kross?
No, Kevin Kesar. Kesar.
Sorry then.
It was more of his real self that came out into that interview than his character, because he was over here, like, even before sitting down, he said, "Yay, I'm here. Yes, I'm happy to be here." Da 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 da. Blah 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 blah, and then sits down and starts talking, and just expressing his frustrations about how AJ Styles and all this stuff, and then about Logan Paul. What? I've seen more of Aleister Black in this past month than I've seen.
And he's returning.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's because he's returning, but that's true.
Drama makes cash, like Eric Bischoff said before in wrestling. That is true as well.
They want the drama, brother.
But honestly, I feel I have an idea about the TNA and AAA. Okay, I'm an old guy, but I watch a ton of wrestling across. We do the same. There is no such thing as bad publicity. No,
Yeah, just ask Logan Paul.
and-
I mean,
no, there isn't. And I mean, it was an intense interview and his point of view on things, but he wasn't wrong. And
no.
and you notice also in that interview, Scarlett, his wife,
It looked like she was trying to calm him down.
she
or
calmed
stop
him down,
or
but she
something.
called him Kevin. She called him by his real name. So then it was all like, oh, he switched into, his real self.
Yeah.
This isn't Karrion Kross. This isn't Killer Kross. This is a guy that is upset with the fact he has done a lot for the wrestling business and wants to give back to fans, and not getting that push that he's been deserving. And they're giving the push to Logan Paul. And
Of all
again,
people.
and again, in an interview, he says he's got nothing against Logan Paul. This was his real self. He has nothing against Logan Paul. It was a part of the story. But he was right about certain things. A guy like Logan Paul that comes in and is a great athlete and everything, but has been part-time, has been getting pushed, and not him. Where he has been in the wrestling business majority of his life, and
Killer Kevin.
yeah. Sucks how WWE thinks after I've seen it. Oh, I know. So here's what I'm thinking, because WWE has been the top show for the past few decades, and when Vince is in charge, he ruled everything with an iron fist. What if, and hear me out on this, because
Might be a
this
stretch.
might be a stretch, but what if TNA and AAA actually joined up together and took over WWE? Yeah,
Theoretically speaking.
that's pretty good theoretical. And then
We could see it.
And then when you notice when he gets up and gets ready to storm out, he's cussing up a storm about how they leaked his contract expiring and everything online. He was upset about that because that's personal.
Yeah.
He does. And it's true too, because he was genuinely upset. He doesn't know who leaked it,
Yeah.
and thinks that's ridiculous. It's kind of how Corey Graves was put on NXT so Pat McAfee could be on Raw. Yeah.
If that's the case, put him on NXT, but do something with him.
Yeah.
If there's an invasion, all of AAA would go after Chad Gable and El Grande.
Yeah.
Would they team up, though?
No. No, because they feel they'd get the job done better on their own.
Or do you think they would end up going against each other? El Grande being
That'd be hilarious.
Team AAA and Chad being Team WWE.
Here's a better idea. How would you put Corey Graves back in the ring? Because he's medically cleared, so why are you just having fun with having them waste away on commentary? Don't know. Do you know WWE owned the companies? Yes. Yes,
How
I
many
did
more
know.
do they own?
When WWE to fake El Grande, to do a fake El Grande, he gets unmasked and it's not Chad Gable. That's
It's
probably
not
what's going to
Chad Gable,
happen.
though.
Exactly, that would be a way to prove it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But
I guess in those terms, yep.
yeah, back to the Karrion Kross thing. So at the end of this documentary, I got a deeper look into the mind of Karrion Kross. I looked at Chris and told him, this was basically almost what felt like was a 46-minute promo. And I got to say, I encouraged that. That was great. And whether he's heel or face, I'm going to be a fan of Karrion Kross no matter what. Because, It could be the Miz.
Could.
Because
he's trying to go back. He's trying to get on a winning streak, but he can't.
Yeah. Because a guy that puts his body on the line for complete strangers to become just to try to sell the company he's with or his product himself of his character, and gets upset, about that. I gotta respect him. I gotta respect the heck out of Karrion Kross because he's doing a lot for fans. The fact that fans are now talking about Karrion needs a push will inevitably move the needle forward.
Kind of like what happened.
It's going to launch the needle forward.
Kind of like what happened with LA Knight, where he was a heel and they were always cheering him. So eventually he got a push.
He eventually got a push. Yeah.
At least I'm hoping it'll be like that.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was just like ECW and WCW. Yeah, those two. And then AAA recently.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did.
All right. I believe Triple H listens to the fans more. Yeah, because he knows. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get ready to head on out of here. Again, when you guys get a chance, please visit our social media. Visit our TikTok, especially visit our Instagram, where we are getting a lot of hits on Instagram because of the team up we did with Succubus.
Yeah.
And of Nebula Wrestling out of Nottingham. Go follow all the things. And we're glad you found us, Toby. Yes, we're back, Couch Potato, but
welcome.
You're coming at the end of our show. Look, Couch Potato, we go on Monday through Saturdays now. And, of course, if there's a pay-per-view. You can catch us live on TikTok after shows. We talk about each show. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about Dynamite and see the fallout of...
The 4-hour Dynamite.
Oh, God, don't say that.
Is this one going 4 hours
no,
or is it a different one?
No, it's a different one. It's Fighter Fest.
Okay.
Where they're treating it like a pay-per-view.
When is that?
I want to say it's sometime probably next month, I think. No, that's what they're saying, Toby.
It's next month.
That's what they're saying.
Oh, boy, that's next month.
2 weeks. Couch Potato Wrestling says in 2 weeks that's what's going to happen. We're going to be here after AEW Dynamite tomorrow night. We're going to be going over everything, talking about we're going to recap AEW Dynamite. We'll go over news. We'll talk about subjects and everything. Definitely catch us here, Couch Potato. For everyone else, you already know when we're here because you guys are here, and definitely
June 4th.
Yeah, I know. They've also owned FCW, AWA, OVW, until Al Snow bought them. Yeah, Al Snow did buy up those promotions. So be sure to check us out on our social media pages. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitch, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram. We do have a Patreon page. We're getting to...
All right, we'll see you. Like,
we'll see you, Toby.
Hopefully next live.
Yes, we'll see you.
Live.
We'll see you. Also, we do have a Discord. You can get a link to that. In fact...
He's going to try and copy-paste it.
I'm going to copy and paste and put it in there.
But as far as that goes...
Chris, while I'm doing that, Chris, you tell them what can be seen.
We usually put polls for match of the week or match of the night, match of the month, match of the year, that tournament style poll thing. As well, you can also send wrestling memes there. Kind of got a wrestling community going there.
Yeah.
We're gonna be adding our other official links to our store where all the places we go live, and eventually where you can get our podcast.
Yeah, and you can get our podcast anywhere where you can find podcasts, whether it be Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. We're there. We'll be putting up this show after we get done recording here. The audio will be available probably within a couple of hours. So in case you missed the first parts of the show, you can always go to there. Of course, we also have our store. Give me a sec here. And I can actually see about getting a link to our store. Give me a sec here. Chris, also tell them about the voting. Go in depth a little bit about the voting while I try to find the link to our store, online store here.
That's right. So as far as the voting goes, looks like Toby just joined. Like the match of the night thing?
Yeah.
So far, basically what we've been doing is we would pick one. We would pick the match of the night, and then everyone else would pick going forward. After that, we'd put up the poll in the Discord server, and somehow there's... I didn't end the poll here, so if that tie gets broken before our next show, we'll bring it up again and say who won that vote.
Definitely. I don't know why TikTok's not allowing us to put the links in, but if you message us
I can
on...
try putting the link in.
Okay. Chris is going to try to put the link into the chat, but in YouTube and Twitch, we put the links into not only our Discord, but our online store. Guys, go check that out. Check out our merch. Feel free. There's Father's Day coming up. If you guys have a dad that's a wrestling fan or anything like that, please, by all means, get something for him. There it is. Well, I don't know how that's not really necessarily a link. No problem, Toby. And then, of course, on our Patreon page, we're going to be working on some video content there. Full video reactions that we're going to be working on, of course, to favorite matches. Plus, also, in the Discord, you can always put in, because we're going to get a list of matches you want us to react to. Majority of them are probably going to be...
You can also suggest sorry to cut you off, but you can suggest those either here. Granted, preferably in the Discord server, because I think last night there was a
plethora of matches that came up.
And we could not keep up with those.
Yeah, I was trying to write them in, and
it got to the point he had to start taking pictures of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you go to like the suggestions channel, you can suggest one or even like a list of matches you want us to look at, react, review, stuff like that.
But again, we'd love to hear from you guys. We thank you guys for joining us tonight on the chats, both on all chats, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok.
And the thing is, you can also like suggest other stuff for us to add or go over just in general on the show.
Yeah.
Or stuff like that.
Or if you guys have questions that you want us to answer, we'll answer them live on the show. We even still have an email address.
If you want to go through the email instead of that, like Dad was about to say, email is crosspromopod@gmail.com.
That's right. Brandon B putting in real quick, Fred Rosser reveals he's ready for a WWE return. Oh. Okay.
Who?
Fred Rosser. I have to pull him up for you.
Darren Young. Brandon B says.
Oh, Darren Young. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that was before his time of being a fan. He was back
in your day.
He was Titus O'Neil's tag partner. They were called the Primetime Players, I believe, if I remember right. But yeah, we thank you guys for joining us. We're going to go ahead.
Lonnie's back. Welcome.
Well, and all of our our dedicated listeners are coming on as soon as we're about ready to get off. Let me get this up and going here. All right.
And Nexus, too.
Yeah, he was a part of the Nexus, both him and Titus, I believe. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and hop off in here. thank you guys very much for joining the show. It wouldn't be this show wouldn't be as fun or as possible, or in this case as long, if it wasn't for you guys.
Yeah.
Remember, be back here tomorrow night. We will be here to go over everything NXT and talk about professional wrestling. Or not NXT, AEW Dynamite. Sorry, I feel today is a Monday to me. I don't know why. All right. As you can see, we need to get some sleep. So
he's so tired he's going back in time.
I am. All right, guys. So until then, we will see you guys. It does feel like a Monday. See. All right. So we will see you guys tomorrow night. So for the Cross Promo Pro Wrestling Podcast, I'm Kevin.
I'm Chris.
And we gone.